was Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he would never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much love and respect.
What's good? What's good? We back. We are back to build some more on some boxing. Y'all know we grinding. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for me. Sub to the channel. Turn your notifications on. Support the grind. And we gonna build. You know it. We all back to talk some boxing. I know we getting closer to 1 million likes. Greg, what it do, man? He said he want all the smoke. He absolutely do. All things, my guy. What's good with it, homie? Cornelius was good player. Dante's boxing talk. Yeah, and on everything. Jordan was good, homie. Thrill Hill in the building. He said guaranteed Devin Hitchens. That'd be a good thing if they fight next. That'd be a good thing. Shout out to Judah Vision Behind the Hands TV. I done did more interviews than the company Hearn. Shout out to my dog Behind the Hands TV, man. Y'all be sure to tap into him, man. Go check out his recent interviews, man. He doing great work over there. And I ain't just saying it. He doing great work. He doing meaningful work. One of the only channels where his opinion really ain't even on the channel. Just interviews and boxing content. RDZ 10K. What it do, man? Hitchens fighting David 47. I don't know. It's up to I think that's a decision for Hitchens to make. If he's ready to move up to 47 after one title defense, right? Or do he want to try to pursue another champion? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, if he ain't willing to go to 47 and fight Devin, with Gary Russell putting pressure and putting the whole 140-pound division on notice, man, he got options. He said it before, he got options. So we just here to talk, man. We just here to talk about it, man. Gary Russell is not playing no games. He want all the smoke, even the rematch with the guy that he lost to. Like, he ain't playing with nobody. He want to fight. Gary Antuanne Russell want to fight everybody. I love this dude energy, man. I love it. Yo, Rodzilla, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Man, I love Gary Antuanne Russell energy, bro. He just want fight. You know what I'm saying? He just want to fight. That's it. He just want a little fight. Ace, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Gary Antuanne Russell is don't bite his tongue, man. Hold on, what he say? Where Gary at?
Yeah, I'm looking at my dinner. That's it. That's all.
Put him on the
These
plate.
dudes on the platter right now. At that part. You feel me? I don't even care who win or lose. I just want the winner. I know I'm coming out the winner. If they try to throw the loser at me as a little mandatory or a tune-up, cool. I dust them off real quick. But I'm going out to everybody who got titles. I'm wiping out my whole division. I'm gonna try to shoot for undisputed. That's what I'm doing.
So 140, you good at the weight. You ain't got no problem there.
Never did.
Okay. And I know you don't care who wins. But when you lean towards being with all the shenanigans from Ryan, Devin is focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been kind of a shit show.
I could say this. Sometimes hard work can beat talent. Right now, Ryan Garcia, he came in overweight. I think it was purposely.
Man, but y'all heard the gist of what he's saying. He said, man, he coming for everybody with titles. He don't care who it is. He said, I don't care if they try to throw a little mandatory at me, you know, a little tune up. I'll dust him off and get him out the way. He said, I don't care who win. I want to fight. and while I'm enjoying his energy, because you know he's serious. Go ahead and tell me Gary Antuanne Russell wasn't serious when he said he trying to fight. Go ahead and lie. Go ahead and tell me Gary Antuanne Russell don't really want to fight people. Go ahead and say he ducked somebody. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and lie. This is a real one. Another dog off the leash, bro. He want fights. He want to fight the best guys in his division. He want the dudes with the belts, bro. He putting pressure on the whole 140. Man, we not about to let the day go by without saying that Gary Antuanne Russell was one of one. I love the energy. I love the attitude. And he's serious. And you ain't never going to see a fight where he get in there and he ain't trying to win. He going in there to beat ass. See what he did to Rayo. See what he did to Rayo in his last fight. He wasn't playing no games. He tired of playing with these dudes, man. He said it's that DC in him. Bro said, I'll dust them off real quick. I'll dust them off. Everybody go get a Shakur ticket. got good ass seats for $300. Shout out to Ace, man, my guy. Barbara D, my boxing mom is in the building. How you feeling? I love Gary energy, man. I love it. PJ, what it do? Yeah, he one of them ones, man. Gary, G.I. Joe action figure. I'm telling you, yo, he want all smoke, bro. Hey, look, he said it. Hey, 10K. That's the thing. That's why I'm laughing, because he ain't taking no picks. He said he'd fight him too. He want the rematch. He wants smoke. He want the winner of Puello and Matias. You get what I'm saying? He said he'd fight Hitchens. You get what I'm saying? He wants smoke. 140. Y'all been put on notice by a real one. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Y'all can't act like he ain't there. He a champion. I'm not trying to hear high risk, low reward. That shit is out. That shit is out. He got a belt. Go get that shit from him. That's what I want to see. I want to see the first person that's going to speak Gary Antuanne Russell's name and say they want to fight. I got to see it. You get me thrilled? He ain't mixing no words. He said, I'm dusting people off. Look, I will fight everybody. I'm going for undisputed. Hey, yo, I love it, yo. They done let a real one in the door, man. You know what I'm saying? Rayo done let him in the door. He done beat Ryo up. Now he want to beat everybody up. He want everybody. All the smoke TV. All the smoke TV, man. It's what you like to see from a fighter, man. You like to see it. You like to hear this, should I say. Because, again, he moves a certain way as a fighter. You know he come from that fighting family. They about their business. And they ain't never been no ducks. Ever. None of them. The Russell family is the real McCoys. All of them, bro. I think he beats everybody at 140. Hey, look, he got a damn good shot, Cornelius, and you can't count him out. That's a guy that could possibly win out the division if you let him. Keyshawn isn't saying anything. Nah, Keyshawn ain't gonna say nothing right now until he probably address his situation or what his next move is. So he kind of on standby, Cornelius. I don't expect Keyshawn to say nothing right now, but Gary Antuanne Russell was a little direct with what he was saying, bro. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up, man. Gary Antuanne Russell ain't playing no games, bro. He ain't playing. He said, how can a guy lose to me 4 times in the amateurs? We both had belts in the same division, and yet you don't even want to fight me. He said, boxing is getting soft for real. I'll fight anyone as long as it makes sense. Money or legacy, man. Stamp them. Stamp them, man. The boxing world should be celebrating Gary Antuanne Russell, because I'm saying this and I'm meaning it, and I'm making a bold claim. If given the opportunity, he going to do exactly what he said he going to do. And he going to attempt it. He going to attempt it. This shit is refreshing. He ain't got no specific picks. He like, bro, I got the belt. I want the rest of them guys with the belts. What's up? Hey, Hitchens, man. Hey, Richardson Hitchens, man. You my guy, man. You know, I love Hitchens, man. I'm loving everything that he doing. I like that he getting his just due. He getting his praise, his recognition. But hey, Hitchens, man. Hey, Hitchens, Africa. Man, Africa might have 24 hours. He might have 24 hours to respond, y'all. I don't know, man. This is real fight energy right here. This is coming from somebody that, you know, not too long ago had 100% KO ratio. You get what I'm saying? This is somebody that just had that. So, man, he about his business. He want to fight. He ain't taking no fights off the table for himself. He even went as far as to say, you know what, man, I'm gonna chase undisputed. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I like it because it puts pressure directly on the champions and everybody at 140. Y'all not safe. If you thought you was at 140 and you was good, you not. If you thought you was at 140 and you a champion and you street, you not. Y'all, somebody got to see Gary Antuanne Russell, bro. Somebody got to see Gary Antuanne Russell. Somebody got to see him. Somebody got to see that man, bro. And like I said, I really don't care who do it. Somebody got to take that man up on his offer. You get what I'm saying? He issuing all smoke challenges, bro. Like, remember this remind me of, remember when Matias made the video and he was calling everybody out? Remember that, y'all? Remember Matias did that? This remind me of that. This just like Matias calling everybody out. But Gary Russell just ain't make it as funny as Matias. Matias was going in. He was calling people pussies and yokers and all that kind of shit. But this is what you want in boxing. I'm telling you right now, if he's given an opportunity, he's going to do something special. He at 140 where he has a kind of style. He got IQ. You get what I'm saying? He bring pressure. He's just not an easy guy to deal with. Make no mistake about it. He lost the fight to Puello. I think he had a bad performance, as well as Puello having a great performance. But he still want that fight, and I think he gonna do differently in the rematch. He got to be smart with Puello. See, the problem was every fight that Gary won up until the point where he got to Alberto Puello, he won it, and he won by knockout. So that was the first time that his approach to a fight didn't work, if y'all understand what I'm saying. Every single time he was successful and by knockout. He ran into Alberto Puello and he wasn't going. He took advantage of his aggression. He countered him well. He fought him well in spots. He ripped combinations. He did a lot of things well to fend Gary Russell up off of him. And not everybody at 140 going to approach that fight like that with him that way. Not everybody has the same exact bag as Puello. I think he's a little underrated, man. I'm interested to see what he's going to do in this Matias fight because I really think that he can pull it off. I don't know if it'd be considered an upset, but I think it's time that we respect Alberto Puello, man. He can fight. Anybody that beat Gary Antuanne Russell got my respect. He beat a pressure fighter already. And I don't know. I feel like Gary Antuanne Russell is a more versatile fighter than Subriel Matias. So I feel like if he can beat Gary at his, undefeated Gary, 100% KO ratio Gary, I think he could give Matias some hell and beat him too. It's all about boxing him. I want to see how he approached this fight. This is going to be a fun fight to watch, man. I'm all in for this one. I got to see it. Shout out to my boxing mom. She said a little for the grind. Barbara D, much love, appreciation, always. This is what you want to see, man. More Keyshawn. Make Keyshawn versus Sandor, do the solid opponent. Yeah, he is. I got Keyshawn beating Hitchens. It's a good fight. Puello's getting stopped. Gary versus Matias is the fight to make. I see you, Jordan. I see you. You want that fight. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I get it. You want that fight. You want the fight. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I do think it's a 50-50 fight going into it. I really do. I think Matias has a really, really good chance to win this fight. I do. I think he has a really good shot. I think he got a really good shot at winning. You know what I'm saying? I seen him beat a pressure fighter, and like I said, I believe Gary is the more versatile fighter now. And that's just my opinion. Just because he beat Gary don't mean he automatically beats Subriel Matias. But for my money, I feel like they both have similarities. They both had them 100% KO ratios. And they're pressure fighters, but I feel like Gary Antuanne Russell is more versatile behind his pressure. I feel like he can do more, right? I feel like he got a more consistent jab, a better jab than Matias, and that shit gave Rayo fits. And that's the punch that was not on point when he fought Puello. He was falling short with his jabs. It's like he was fighting from the wrong range or something like that. So he made the adjustment from the next fight. He made sure that his jab was actually landing, and he was doubling, tripling, and up. He was following a lot of shit off his jab, man. So as long as he's using that weapon, he's very, very dangerous, y'all. Very, you know what I'm saying? Very, very dangerous. Yeah, he all gas. Yeah, he all gas. Shout out to the Queen Aisha. How you feeling today? Always good to see the Queen in the building. How you feeling? And Keyshawn, the guys at 140 on notice for real. Yeah, I know. Only reason I ain't include Keyshawn in the mix because I don't want them to say I'm showing favorites. So I'm gonna just say Keyshawn on ice right now. He ain't make no statement. He a little quiet. He gonna have to make some type of. He gonna have to address the situation and announce his next move, and then he can move past that and go beat somebody ass at 140. That's what I want to see with Keyshawn, but. Once he start back talking, I know y'all loving it because they've been kicking my boy while he down. They've been kicking him. He gonna be back, man. Keyshawn is gonna be back, man. It's not over for DB3. Y'all counted too fast and y'all counted wrong, man. Telling you, he'll be back. Kyle Cooler, blessings, family. How you feeling, bro? Always good to see my guy back in the building. And we back. Big shout out to the Queen Aisha, man. Shout out to the Queens, man. I got much appreciation for y'all because y'all truly support what I'm doing. Much love to the Queen Aisha for the 20 piece and the cash.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to the Queen Aisha. Appreciate you. There's so many good fights at 140. Yeah, let's make them happen. That's where I'm at, Barbara. I want to see him. Frank Martin going up there. He wants smoke with Keyshawn Hitchens and Keyshawn and went back and forth. Shit, man. It's a lot of fights, man. Take your pick. I just want to see him. But I'm telling you, Gary Antuanne Russell is on everybody's ass. Look, this ain't all he said, y'all. Look, check him out. Check them out. Somebody, the fans be starting shit on Twitter. Twitter always starting beef, yo. Twitter tag Richards and Hitchens. They said, fight Gary Antuanne for the WBA and IBF unification bout. Winner of Puello Matias can fight Tio. 2 fights, undisputed. Look at Gary. Oh, look at Gary. Gary, like, I'm with all that. I'll fight any of them. They pussyfooting. Oh, he definitely becoming one of my favorite fighters. I already was high on him. I already rock with him. Win, lose, or draw. I ain't trying to hear shit. That man want to fight. Get Gary to fight because he wants smoke, bro. Anytime you got a fighter like that in boxing, I want to put belt to ass and beat people up. Get him a fight. What are we waiting for? Y'all ain't never hear me say people be pussyfooting. That's why I'm all giddy and laughing because he really used a term that I'll be using up here. He said it. He said it. Gary want to fight everybody. Hey, 140. Nah, hell with that. The whole 140 got 24 hours to respond, bro. We not going for it. Hell no. Gary Antuanne Russell out here issuing challenges across the division. He just told y'all he about to be undisputed. That means Richardson Hitchens, newsflash, you the new IBF champ. He wants smoke. You hear what I'm saying? ATO. Yeah, you might could avoid Devin because y'all not in the same weight class, but Gary Antuanne Russell is waiting. He said he trying to be undisputed. ATO, don't try to call him Tweezy. Y'all not cool. He not trying to be cool with you. He already got his brothers, T.O., and you've been talking crazy. So nah, I love it, man. I just please get this man a fight. Get him one of these fights, yo. You have to. He a champion. There's no excuse for it, bro. And he lost before, and he still came back and became a champion. Let's go. Thank you, Jose Rayo Valenzuela. Thank you for accepting the fight with Gary Antuanne Russell, letting the real one in the door, and now he ready to kick it down. I want to see it. He said they pussyfooting. I didn't even know people still say that. I didn't even know people still say that. Gary is not playing with nobody. All right. You get me? Not gonna be tagging him in random miscellaneous, Twitter posts, and he ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? You're not gonna just be tagging him and interjecting him in conversations. You get me? Gary won everything, bro. Let me roll a clip again for anybody that didn't catch it. Y'all hit the like button. We're gonna have some fun with this. We got a few things to talk about. Shout out to YSM. He uploaded a video with Boots. We're going to talk about that as well. We're going to get into all this, man. Y'all hit the like button. We're going to have some fun.
I'm looking at my dinner. That's it. That's all.
Put him on the plate.
He's on the platter right now.
Every time I play it, I see something. I hear something else. Hey, yo, listen to him. He said, yo, I'm going to be focused on my dinner, man. The dude like, yeah, put him on a plate. Gary is a dog, man. He's a dog. This shit is fun, man. I swear AZ, you feel me? Y'all as family, is y'all feeling why I feel excited for this conversation? Come on, man. I'm showing energy, man. I got to get an energy to this dude. Yo, he a real one. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear he ducked somebody. The dude said he want the winner of Matias and Puello, the guy he lost to, or the other quote unquote boogeyman. If he can't get them, you get what I'm saying? Then he wants smoke with Hitchens. He like, bro, what's going on? Hey, Hitchens, I love you. You my guy, but you got to respond, bro. Yo, he wrote, Gary don't even talk on social media that much, bro. You know how much it probably took for him to write this paragraph? This man don't be saying shit on social media. He be out the way, minding his business, probably training. For him to type all this, hey, Hitchens, bro, respectfully, I know you just won. You enjoying your win. I know you said something about T.O. I'ma just assume that T.O. going to ignore you because he don't want to fight. He don't want to fight. But Gary Antuanne Russell, bro, he talking about how he beat you in the amateurs, bro. I don't think you should ignore him. Somebody gotta get Hitchens on the line, bro. This is a great fight too, because people got to put respect on Hitchens' name. It's one of the best boxers in the game, man. I've been saying that shit for years. So you got Gary Antuanne Russell. He could box, bring pressure. Hitchens could box. He could fight in the inside. A little bit. He showed you that, right? He got a tool bag, bro. He ain't no basic ass fighter or none of that. He's a phenomenal boxer to me. And Gary Antuanne is a hell of a pressure fighter that can box with it. You get me? Aisha, unification all over it. What we doing? Richardson Hitchens, this is how you break out, bro. Telling you, the first person to answer Gary Antuanne Russell gonna get my respect, yo. Somebody got to say something. Ain't no way 140. Hey, he said, yo, boxing getting soft. Hey, 140. I just was giving y'all credit for being stacked. Ain't no way y'all gonna let Gary talk like this. I know y'all not gonna let this ride. I know the whole 140 not about to let this shit come. I know they not about to let this ride. I know it, bro. Hey, 140, what's up, man? What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Gary said people pussyfooting. He out here bringing up amateur wins. He like, bro, I beat you 4 times in the amateurs, so we both got belts. How you don't even want to fight me? He like, bro, we in the same division with belts. You don't want to fight? Nah, bro. Somebody get Hitchens on the line, bro. I gotta hit up Keith, man. I gotta hit up Keith Cologne, Big Keith. See if he could patch me in with Hitchens, bro. I've been trying to get Hitchens on the line for a while. Shout out to Z. Omega Red, my guy. What's good? Shout out to the real one. Lee, what's good, homie? Pussy boy, I know he got that from his dad. Right from Gary Sr. RIP to the legend Gary Sr., man. Told them boys they pussyfoot. He said it. He would everything as long as it makes sense, money or legacy. Yo, he don't even care. However y'all want it, that's how he want it. Y'all want to give me, yo, he said, yo, if I got to fight a little mandatory, dust him off, I'll dust him off real quick. You get me? D-Free, I'm loving it. I'm having fun with this. Plat Boy, my guy, what's good with it, bros? How y'all feeling? Aisha, you get me? Boxing with 2-4. That's a unification. Check him out. He said, I'm only focused on my dinner. Listen to him. Gary on some shit.
Yeah, I'm looking at my dinner. That's it. That's all.
Put him on the
These
plate.
dudes on the platter right now. At that part. You feel me? I don't even care who win or lose. I just want the winner.
I don't even care who win or lose. Put him on the platter.
They try to lose at me as a little mandatory or a tune-up. Cool, I dust them off real quick. But I'm going out to everybody who got titles. I'm wiping out my whole division. I'm gonna try to shoot for undisputed. That's what I'm doing.
So 140, you good at the weight? You ain't got no problem
Never
there?
did.
Okay. And I know you don't care who win, but where do you lean towards? Being with all the shenanigans from Ryan, Devin is focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been kind of a shit show.
I could say this. Sometimes hard work can beat talent. Right now, Ryan Garcia, he came in over.
Man, I love it. Get Gary them fights, bro. Get Gary them fights. He said he only focused on his dinner. You know what I'm saying? He called, hey, man, so 140. I just was bigging y'all up. He called y'all soft. I know y'all not all about to let this ride. He referred to y'all as dinner, bro. He called y'all food. Gary just called the whole 140 food so casually, bro. I'm only focused on my dinner. Like whoever on the platter, he eating them. That's what he's saying. Gary don't care. Somebody get him a fight. Yo, Richardson Hitchens, I love you. We got to get him on the line. Got to get him on the channel. I want to know what he think about this. That's all, because it's a great fight. Hitchens proved his worth. Can't nobody doubt him. He here now. I want to see the fights for him, bro. I know he said T.O. That make a lot of sense because T.O. claims Brooklyn, but we know Hitchens really from the town. But T.O. ain't going to want to fight for that. T.O. ain't going to want to deal with Hitchens, I don't believe. You get what I'm saying? He ain't going to want to deal with him. Because so many people crying over punks. Yeah, rock with the Russells. You already know, man. You know Omega. You know I always keep it level over here. He needs to avenge his loss, and that's the thing. Peace to the Queen, Lisa. How you feeling today? Aisha, he with that too. He said it with the winner of Matias and Puello. He just want to fight. And he like, yo, I want titles. Matter of fact, I'm going to be undisputed. You heard him say it? He like, I'm going to be undisputed. I'm going to go for undisputed. That shit is funny because anybody that got plans, you got to see him. You can't, I can't talk unification and leave his name out. That's all I'm saying, bro. I can't make the fights. I know you probably got promotional hurdles and all that stuff. But, yo, when you got a kid like that, man, that just want to fight, he don't care if it's money or legacy, whichever makes sense. Get him the fights, man. That's all. Yeah, I'm a heavy advocate for the Russell family. All of them. Get his ass the fights. He wants smoke, bro. And you know he going to put hands on somebody, get in there. Andy Hiroka, give him a title shot. Oh, man, somebody is fighting Andy. He might be. I think he is fighting him. I got to look that up again. I got to double check my notes, man. Pardon me. Sunchild, what it do? I don't believe Hitchens wants to fight Ant or Keyshawn, just how I feel. Not saying he's scared. Yeah, I get you. Guy that knocked out Barroso. Right. Jamel, what it do, homie? How you feeling? You one of the mods too now, Brody. Shout out to Jamel, my guy. Y'all hit the like button. We gonna keep building. So yeah, Aisha, he did say something about he'll take the winner of that. Big Fred, what up? He won everybody, yo. And I just love the energy, man. He don't got no picks. Whoever they put on the plate, they food for him. That's what he said. He called y'all soft. A140. It's 40 people in here. A140. He just called y'all soft, and he referred to all of y'all as dinner. And he announced that he just gonna go for undisputed because he like that. Gary gonna beat somebody ass. Sammy, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Gary for boots, he ain't scared of nobody. Yeah, at 140 or 47. Nope. Bless up to my guy Jamel, man. That's a fact. R.I.P. to Batman. He was a real one, another real one. He did. He said it years ago. He did, bro. He did, man. He told you dudes with some dogs, man. And now you seeing it. Like I said, y'all, look. I know some people hear me getting all excited. They like, man, just do. He only talking. He still got to do it. But it's refreshing because of the fighter that is coming from. If you follow Gary Antuanne Russell career, he not a big social media presence. He don't do tons of interviews. He do some, but he don't waste your time with bullshit. Like when he speak, he mean what he say. And if given the opportunity, he gonna deliver on what he's saying. That's why I like what he's saying so much. Is he could lose. It's not about the win or the loss. It's about the mentality of the fighter. Because with that mentality, that's gonna deliver the kind of fights that we crave. He's the kind of energy we love, right? What we all should be saluting him. We ain't gotta praise him. I ain't saying we gotta praise nobody, but we should all be able to get behind Gary and say, man, everybody need to be talking like this. I love it. Whatever makes sense, money or legacy, whichever one. So if I got a fight that's coming up and it's a little mandatory or something, a little tune up, I'll dust them off. Just I'll get some money. But if it's a legacy fight, a unification, man, put him on the plate and he ready to eat. That's all. That shit is refreshing, bro. You gotta love this shit. You gotta love to see somebody really want it. You know what I mean? And I believe everything he's saying, yo. He's a real one. I don't got no reason to question what he's saying. Funny in the sport of boxing, you can't say that. You can't say he don't come from a real fight family that's all about putting that work in. None of that. That shit is cemented. They're a fighting family. That's all. That's what they own. And if Big Gary ain't get done dirty, come on, he probably still be a damn world champion. Look how long he was world champion. They had to rob him to get that championship up off him. Hell no. I'm rocking with the Russells. Hell no. Justice for Gary Russell Jr., bro. Justice for Gary Russell Jr. We seen you beat Max Sayo with one arm. We seen that shit. We seen them. They got tired of you being champion that long. That's what it was. It seemed like they just got tired of it and took the belt from him. Man, so now we get to see it over. He out here coaching his little brothers the world titles. You gotta love this shit. Yeah, I was ecstatic to see him beat Rayo, bro, because that win was bigger than boxing. That shit was for the Russell family. That shit was for their pops. You get what I'm saying? Think about that. They pops missed it. One of the sons becoming world champion, bro. He just missed it. And the old, he got it done. Gary got it done, bro. Stepped in for his pops. Remember, think about this, y'all. This is a guy that, was getting questioned for his coaching, right? I don't know, man. Gary, man, they might need to get some real coaches, man. Gary need to focus on his career. He can't be a halftime fighter, part-time coach. He can't do that. They need a real coach. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be hard for him to fill his pop shoes. And I don't think the goal was ever to fill his pop shoes, but it was to step in and do the best he could. And to see them win a title as a family for that Russell family again, and it's one of the younger brothers, you got to love that shit. And he is after he took a loss, y'all. They was ready to count Gary out after he lost, bro. They was ready to count him out. They was ready to count Gary Jr. out as a coach, bro. You tell me he ain't got that man to a victory. Man, that shit was like that. That was a team win right there. Yeah, Gary got it done. He was the machine, but Gary Jr. was coaching his ass off that night. Coaching his ass off, man. Coaching his ass off. And his brother, biggest fight of his career, which was his title fight, coached his ass off, man. Gotta love it. He stepped up big time. Yeah, he needed that one. Shout out to Quentin, man. Y'all smashed the like button. We gonna keep building. He definitely stepped up, man. They got tired of Gary Jr. not wanting to follow commercial protocol. You get me? You get me? He coming out with the Egyptian garments and all types of shit. They like, man, get him out of here, bro. This dude ain't following the protocol, man. So we gotta get that title up off. Cause yeah, we gonna talk about it. I heard he couldn't even pull out the fight, and they knew he was injured. So he took that fight, re-injured himself, and beat Mark Magsayo with one arm. I ain't trying to hear shit. He outboxed that man with one arm, and they took it from him. They took it from him. I seen that. Justice for Gary, man. Shout out to the Russell family, man. Gary Antuanne Russell is a real one, man. He wants smoke. He want to fight everybody. Please just get that dude the opportunity to get a boxing world the fights. That's all. That's all I want to see, bro. Just give him the opportunity, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you. And you know what? After seeing how he coached him in that fight, Omega, that coaching don't look too bad on Gary Jr., right? Don't look too bad on him. A little more division and worse trouble. Yeah, but I think that's something that he'll keep working on. Quitting boxing, dad. What it do, homie? He was, and he couldn't pull out the fight, Omega, from what I was told. He couldn't pull out because he would have just got stripped. So it was one of them like, oh, I gotta fight for this shit. I gotta fight hurt. And I ain't trying to hear, oh, it was a fake injury. You know, he was legit hurt, and he still outboxed Magsayo. No disrespect to Magsayo, but his ass think he Manny Pacquiao, and he wasn't Manny Pacquiao that night. He got outboxed. I mean, Russell handled his business, bro. I'm about to take y'all back, y'all. Yeah, real men step up. I'm about to take y'all back with a throwback, man. I'm about to take y'all back. Man, Richardson Hitchens got to respond, man. Shout out to Ant McLean, the professor. Cool Boy versus Oshaki is a banger. You know it. I love it because I rock with both guys, man. I rock with both guys. Got it. I'm going to take y'all back real quick. He got a Hey, man, I'll take y'all back for anybody that didn't see it, man. You know? His opponent in the blue corner, boxing out of Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kevin Ventura. Rocking with shot. Yeah, I ain't made no pictures yet on that fight. See, Gary be getting in people's chest, bro. He know how to get in your chest and make the fight difficult. Gary be on your ass. Gary be on your helmet, y'all. Gary, you got 24 hours, G. I mean, Richardson Hitchens, man, 24 hours, B. Got to respond to him. Know what I'm saying? Yo, just watching him go to work, you know what Hitchens going through in there. You know what he putting him through in there, bro. He breaking that pressure. He breaking that pressure, man. Yeah, he got multiple Plat Boy wins over Boots. I think they fought like 4 times too. I think it's like 3-1 or something like that. Something like that, I think it was. I could find it. I could find it, Omega. I could find it. Cause we on this. This is what we on. So shit. Until we get to fight, bro. Look, shit. Who don't want to see this in the pros? Knowing what both of these dudes have grown into as fighters, who don't want to see this? They both world champions right now. Hitch is still undefeated. Gary, you know, he bounced back since the loss, became a world champ. This is a great fight right here. I can find it. Huh? Let me see something. Bitches don't want to see it. Just I know, man. Gary, a terror, man. Gave my boy that work. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, Lisa, man. It's underrated how well they gelled to get that win. And they really did it as a family. And why I'm saying that is because we can't discredit Gary now once they won, because we was quick to throw him under the bus. And when I say we, not us, but the people was quick to throw Gary Jr. under the bus as a coach when they lost. You get what I'm saying? When they lost to Pueblo, then when he turned around and win, I don't want to hear shit. Nah, give them credit. They won that shit as a team. They lost and they bounced back as a team. They lost as a team and they won as a team. I love seeing it, man. I loved it. And the fact that he is coachable and allowing his brother to do it, man, that shit is great, man. That shit is great for boxing, man. You gotta salute that for the real. Shout out to Omega Red for the 20-piece. Much love, bro. Always supporting the grind.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to Omega Red. Appreciate you, bro. Let's keep rocking. And I got the boots one too. I got the boots one. I could play the boots one after this. Him and Gary and boots. I wrote them off and pick Ryo. You did, Z? Damn. It's all good. It's all good. You real enough to say it. I knew he was gonna beat him. I knew it. I knew he was gonna beat him. I knew he wasn't gonna stop him though, but I knew he was gonna beat him. I knew it. He had too much, and no disrespect to Ryo, but that win at 140 kind of blinded people when he beat Pitbull. Pitbull is a small ass guy. He don't belong up there, and Ryo arguably wasn't ready to be up there. This is why I hear that he possibly going back down. So that would tell you all you need to know about that. But I knew he was gonna win this fight. I knew he was going to win.
And we're ready to go at bout number 3, Rick. This is the championship bout, 13, 14-year-old, 75 pounds. In the red corner, watching from the state of Colorado, Nathaniel Rodriguez. His opponent standing in the blue corner.
You know, Gary just don't let you breathe.
Xavier Antuanne.
And this was years and years ago. That is Chris Colbert career done. It's going to take some careful consideration, right? With him getting back to a relatively comfortable spot, right? It's tough where he going to fight at. You know what I mean? What division he going to fight at, and what's his comeback plan? You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be easy for him. He took some tough losses. You know, that knockout loss to Ryo was terrible. And I heard he got knocked out like that because he wasn't listening to his coach. Gary did not let you breathe, dude. I know Hitchens was tired of his shit. Like, bro, this dude don't stop coming. It coming forward. He pressing the whole time. Bro trying to make the fight, bro. You gonna fight me. And the difference now is he's more polished. He got a way more consistent jab. Is way more of a presence of a jab in his fights, right? Like, he ain't just coming in there and, you know, leading with hooks and shit like that. He was setting it up. He was doing it here, stabbing to the body, jabbing his way in. He still he's still doing it. Gary versus Rolly. Yeah, Gary would be too much for Rolly, I think. I think he'd be too much for him. This is a cool little scrap, man, but these fights, this was 1 of 4 between these dudes, and Gary, as he put on social media, he won every last one of them, and he issued a very direct challenge to Hitchens. And, you know, look, I ain't here to paint nobody as no ducks or being scared, but with me just knowing and feeling like Hitchens is also a real one, I would like to know what his thoughts is about a potential unification with Gary, somebody that would actually fight him, as opposed to, you know, speculating if Tio will really fight you when we kind of know what the answer is to that, unfortunately. So I'm a big supporter of guys fighting other fighters that want to fight them back, as opposed to, get what I'm saying, going to seek out lesser opposition when you got real smoke right there at 40. This the last round, round 3. Nope, they don't duck nothing, bro. Nothing. That's why I got excited with his talk, Omega, because you can't say he's a guy that don't want to fight. You would be lying. You can't say that. Gary was cutting that ring off on hit. Oh, you talking about Jahan Ingram, 10K. You talking about Jahan Ingram. He fought not too long ago. And won. He had a regular fight. He's had some regular fights. He just fought, you know, for a legit fight not too long ago. I got to double check and see what the date is, but he's still around. He's still hanging in there. Worldwide Arts was good with it. I got Hitchens right now, bro. I got Hitchens because of the questions that Haney still got to answer. Haney got, you know, at least 2-3 questions, good questions to still answer by himself if he's all the way back, and if he can still take a punch, if he's willing to engage, right? If he can get comfortable and take chances. So I would have to go with Hitchens right now. And just think, man, these dudes way more polished, man. Way more polished now. Way more polished, more experienced, just all are older, stronger, better fighters. You see why Gary be winning these fights, though. You know what I'm saying? Playboy say he got Haney at 47. I feel you. I just feel like with those questions still looming, it's going to be tough for me to pick him over a guy that is looking like he's coming into his own, like he peaking, right? He's, you know what I mean? Hitchens is entering that territory, and I think if you're a guy that is a fighter to remove from, you know, getting drugged, and now you had a fight since and haven't looked quite like yourself, it's hard for me to pick you to beat Hitchens. You get what I'm saying? 140 for sure. Haney can't go down there. The only way it can happen is at 47 because Haney ain't going back down. But I think he'll beat him at 47. I think Hitchens could go up at 47 and fight a guy like Haney right now. You know what I'm saying? And again, with him fighting and looking the way he did in his last fight, it's going to be tricky, man. It's going to be tricky. He can't fight the way he did against Ramirez to beat Hitchens. He's going to have to be more Devin Haney. So, man, that was the fight, man. Gary won that joint. He won the other 3 after that too. But yeah, Gary got a bunch of wins over guys in amateur ranks, bro. He just was one of them guys. He won a lot. Shout out to my homie Omega Ray. He had asked about the fight with Boots. Man, we gonna keep cooking, y'all. I got some other stuff we gonna get to, man.
Obviously, he was upset. Yeah, and before we get to our Gary Russell, who we're seeing in there tonight.
That's not me, by the way. That's the actual
Coming
video.
out of the so-called challengers bracket, which meant that he lost earlier in the week. And by doing that, he's actually following his brother's road because Gary Russell Jr., when he went to the Olympic Games a few years ago, also came out of the, what was that called, the losers
I feel you, Omega.
challengers bracket. So they've got more in common than just their last names, their first and last names.
You see, they get into it because see, Boots is a guy that's offense too. So these fights was like a good pace. They was going at it. Man, you already know, bro. Ain't no problem, man.
You see a lot of left-handers in amateur boxing. And when we mentioned that
Supposed to be crying with a dude on me.
Gary Russell had lost, it was to this man when they fought.
He's in there giving Boots fits too.
He's going to turn it around. It was
He's in there giving Boots a headache.
He lost to him.
That damn pressure with that jab.
Not all of the Gary Russells box. There is one of the brothers that doesn't. But the 4 of them have all won the Golden Gloves.
All Golden Glove winners, man. They got that pedigree. That boxing is in their blood.
Yeah, that was the opening fight when he lost to Ennis. You mentioned
one thing you see in common with both of these fights is that jab and that pressure, bro. Gary will, he gonna pressure you. He gonna make you fight. That's one thing about it. You cannot get in there and be cute with him because you're gonna have to fight.
This looks like it's turning into a real good fight. Yeah, Russell, with that right hand, he landed right on the jaw. When Gary Russell Jr. won his world championship earlier this year,
Boots was
down
fighting
in
back.
Las Vegas, I got a chance to call that fight. It was such a skilled performance. He beat Johnny Gonzalez, and he just was an unmitigated
Gary
beatdown.
bringing that pressure, bro. That should be nonstop.
With a big punch.
Bro be on it, nonstop.
Gary Russell is a
But
pro.
Boots handling it well. Boots fight back.
Russell as an amateur might be maturing right before our eyes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, me too, bro. A pro fight, I love to see it between these two.
Official. As you mentioned earlier, Rich, all 10 fights, all 10 different officials. Each one will work one.
Yeah, it would be, Omega, it would. The dad box, I'm
As
sure.
usual, Gary Russell giving away height. Seems like he has to do that in every fight. Good work to the body, though, by Russell at the end of the round. Let's take a look at the action for the first round.
Yeah, Platt boy. Yeah, he used the box.
Arms, though, you can see of Sharon and
Gary Senior box.
some of those guys can be like very difficult to fight. I remember.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Easy to like these dudes. Too much for Antuanne now. I don't know, man. This shit, they fought, I think, 4 times. I think it was 3-1 and Gary favored.
Gary Russell in the blue.
Or did they fight 3 times? One of them. Either war, but Gary got the ups on boots and the amateurs too. Not saying the fights will go like that now, but
by Ennis. Now, professional boxing, they would have let that just continue until there was a lull in the action. Get a quick look at it, and you watch that mouthpiece go flying. There it is, on her right hand. Yes, and you can see the referee immediately stop the action.
boots knocked that mouthpiece out. Yeah, 3-1 over Boots. I thought I was right. 3-1. Popping that jab was good. So I was like, Gary Russell, throwback fighter for sure. He is. Not 3-1 Gary favor. I thought I was right. It is. It's 3-1.
Russell and Bay.
Because I think they split the first 2, and then I think Gary won twice in a row. I think that's how that went. They both split out of the first 2. You know what I'm saying? I think Gary won first, then Boots won. And then I think Gary won 2 more times. Straight, like back to back. You see how he fight though, yo. He's just so busy and physical, man. He make you fight. He make you have to fight, and if you're not prepared, it's gonna get bad.
As you said, protect yourself at all times. You can see that punch and the expression on Ennis's face. He thought the ref had broken him. If Russell can win this fight, they would fight for a 3rd time tomorrow. 3rd time.
I ain't gonna lie, it looked different. Even though they youngest, it's different seeing Boots be the one that's getting pressured in boxing.
It'll be free right here at the event center. Wow. I know a few major sports franchises owners of major sports franchises who would.
Yeah, 54.
What do you mean free? You know, I thought Ennis took the first part of the round, but I think Russell's getting the better half of the second.
I'm telling you, bro. I hope so too, man.
Oh, he walked right into that little
22 and 2. I think it said Senior had 11 children or something like
he'd be
that.
better off if he was to keep the fight at distance.
Or one of 11 children.
Like he wants to be close to Russell.
That's somebody in the video, watching a video with their kids. And
now utilizing some movement.
man, I'm telling you, Gary be consistent with that pressure, don't he, y'all? You be on your helmet, bro. Bro don't be letting you breathe out there, man.
I was about to say the same thing, but for me, they're all tough to see. We'll see after we look at the replay if we get a better idea of who won that round. Well, it got up to kind of a spectacular start in the early moments. As you see that right hand knocking the mouthpiece of Gary Russell out. It was a good clean punch.
Who's landed that right hand, knocked that mouthpiece out.
He mixed it up pretty good.
Yeah, Jerron Ennis have a Philadelphia.
Butcher would have done.
Gary Russell from Capitol Heights, Maryland. Devin, all 5 brothers, as you mentioned earlier, named Gary Russell, and 4 of the 5 box have also.
Right, Lisa, he don't play at all, do he? He gonna make you fight, bro. You can't. You don't have the luxury to just chill with Gary and think he be in your chest. Who mouthpiece got knocked out again? Gary's. Boots is knocking that mouthpiece
Take
out.
one more look. We'll see where it came out. There it is. Again, it was from a punch, a right hand.
Damn, another right hand again from Boots knocked the mouthpiece out.
An ill-fitting mouthpiece, because in case it was a clean punch knocked it out. Russell, a little more aggressive here. Start the round, and it gets knocked out when you're not biting down on it. And that's if you have your mouth open, that's an easy way to get a broken jaw. Good start to the round by Russell. Good right hand by Russell, another one. I think Russell's trying to get to him, and Ennis is trying to smother the punches. Yeah, and if Ennis had thoughts of like keeping the fight at a distance in this round, Russell was forcing him into a firefight.
This kind of fight right here, like this, seems like it favors Gary.
Really good work to the body. Good exchange.
Yeah, they going at it. This is some good work from both of them.
I think Russell hurt him a little bit, that shot to the midsection. Well, Ennis realizes he's in a fight. He's got a fight right here.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a good few moments for him.
Yeah, right. It'll be so much better now. Fire that weird ass music in the back. Get copyrighted for it. Yeah, man. They Gary make you fight, bro. You gotta be in shape to fight him. If you're a guy that got condition problems, issues, stamina problems, don't fight Gary Antuanne Russell. Cause you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it, bro. Good times.
I didn't see the actual punch that struck it in. That was a warning about the mouthpiece.
You keep getting
Even
that
if
mouthpiece.
the guy is intentionally spinning it out, after a while, it will end up costing you a point.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it too, man. I hate it too. Especially with Boots, getting away, not going up even higher possibly. We're going to get to that YSL Boots thing in a minute too.
The crowd is loving it. Well, that was really a good hot round there at the end.
Yeah, because you're going to have to fight. They're going to make you fight, and it ain't going to be fun.
Now. Even asked Andre Ward, what do you think? He said, I don't know. What do you think, Mitch? It's just a tough call. It's a very close fight.
But Gary was with his brothers back then, like a G.
Good action in that round, though. It was really opposing fighter. Good fight.
He said he was filming on VHS shit. Probably so. How long ago this was. Hey, yeah, Lisa. Gary won that one.
Yeah, Rich, you had it right. Gary Russell out of the blue corner, and also
look at Boots with no beard, looking like a baby. You already know, my guy Omega. Appreciate you, bro. Let's keep building though, man. So man, that was a throwback. I took y'all back to memory lane, man. You seen the other one with Hitchens as well. That's the guy that he been, they asked him about fighting Hitchens, and he went on to say how many times he beat him and how he don't want to fight him. So since then, I ain't seen a response from Hitchens yet, but I'm pretty sure sooner or later he gonna say something. I don't think he gonna ignore it. I think he a real fighter, and shit, fighting Gary Russell would be proving it. That's a proof type fight, man. It's not gonna be an easy one for you. You got his ass, bro. You gotta beat his ass. You gotta beat Gary up. You gotta beat Gary up. You gotta fight. You gotta come to fight. So if you're not in the mood for that kind of fight, don't go messing with him, bro. Don't go messing with him. Because Gary is gonna make you go for it, man. He's gonna make you go. Let's rock out blades. What it do? Andre Ward was rocking the mic. Yeah, man. Andre Ward always been around on it for a minute. For the longest of time. Look at it. Let's get to this though, because all right, before I get into this.
Makes his ring return June.
I'll get into this real quick. So we all caught up, man. Daddy Antuanne Russell put 140 on notice. He don't got no picks, money or legacy, whatever fight makes sense. He interested in unifications. He don't care if you putting a mandatory in front of him, a tune-up, whoever is on the plate is food for him. He said 140 soft, called out Hitchens, pressed him a little bit on social media. He want that fight. And look, he said, yo, we both got belts. We both in the same weight class, and I beat you 4 times. How you don't want to fight me? So I know Hitchens going to respond because he got to. He a champion in the division, and he can't ignore. We can't ignore that. You get what I'm saying? You can't ignore that call out. You're gonna have to say something. So we're gonna see, man. You already know, Lisa. Appreciate you, man. And shout out to everybody pulling back up, man. We did a morning live again. We doubled up again today, and we're gonna get through this one, man. We're gonna have some good conversation. Brian Norman. You already know you got to fight the 19th Thursday with Sensaki and over there in Japan, and he had did an interview. He had gave his thoughts on, he had made some statements in regards to Boots going up to 54. So we're going to
19th against Jin Sasaki in Japan.
What it do?
There's 4 months, man. Good talking to you again, man. How's everything going?
Everything is wonderful. I'm loving it out here in Japan. I'm just ready to take care of business.
Awesome. With this, I have to ask just right now because there's a fight going on and I'm watching, but Richardson, Hitchens, Kambosos, like, are you going to watch it or are you going to try to catch it after, the Zoom and see who wins that fight?
Man, I watched the highlights.
I ain't
gonna lie to you. I don't really did watch current fights that much unless it's, one of the ones. But for the most part, I really did watch current boxing.
Okay. I'm watching Andy Cruz demolish his Japanese fighter, Mashiro, so I'm assuming that's the goal. You're going to end up trying to destroy Jin Sasaki when it comes to ring time, right?
What round are they in?
I think we're like in the 4th or 5th.
That fight too long. Never mind.
What's interesting, this is going to change over time because you can't be the youngest world champion forever, but he's younger than you. And I know that.
Yeah, Aisha. Yeah, 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time will be around the main event start time. So y'all, man, so who getting up? Y'all getting up with me on Thursday? 4 o'clock, y'all. 4 o'clock. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen. Miss Jusdu is in the building. How you feeling? So 4 o'clock, man. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me, man? Let's get back.
That's the mindset when you were fighting for your world title. He's probably going to come with that same. So, like with the young pup, right? With him now chasing after you, what do you expect with him, knowing that you've been in that shoes before? What type of fight that he's going to try to bring to you?
Like you just said, I've been there before as well. So I'm not a man that get complacent or just stay stationary where he is. So yes, I became the champion, and it's gonna get old about the youngest champion in boxing right now. But
out there in Japan. So I got to get
keep going as well. So I know exactly where he at. I know where his head at. I've been there before as well, but I'm pretty sure mine was even turned up even more. So
Look at me. I mean, his whole country forgets it.
Aisha said, I don't know about 4, but 7 might be manageable. 7 might be doable, man. Hold on, did I pause it too long ago? Hold on, give me 2 seconds, y'all. Let me this back up, man. That's funny, man. They know how to do it, man. These boxers, we junkies. They lucky we junkies and we're gonna get up for it. They lucky. They lucky, bro. They lucky we junkies and we're gonna get up for it, man. They lucky, man. That 4 a.m. I did it before with anyway. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It takes some motivation. It takes some motivation. I ain't gonna lie, because you be getting up, you be like, who fighting again? Is it a big enough fight? You start asking. You start at 4 a.m. You start asking yourself other questions when time to start a live stream. You be like, that ain't really fighting nobody. Is he? Start trying to convince yourself worth it. But I still get up, though. I'm gonna try to set it in advance so I have choice to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna set it in advance so I ain't got no choice. Because I don't set lives and don't do them. So I'll try to set it in advance and set an alarm and all that good stuff and be up for it. Nah. The card itself, Boys Be Crying, start at 4. The card itself start at 4. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like at 4, you'd be like, hold on, man, at 4 o'clock. Need some coffee.
Sasaki in Japan. There's 4 months, man. Good talking to you again, man. How's everything going?
Everything is wonderful. I'm loving it out here in Japan. Keep going as well. So him where he be at. So as you see, I'm still hungry. I'm not sleeping on myself at all. I'm not sleeping. I'm still on one. I'm only getting better and better and better. So yes, I won it when I was younger, but I just kept that same momentum and just kept going.
Now, I know you came out there 2 weeks early and to get acclimated and stuff. So has it been difficult for you overall at this time being in Japan? Has it been a little different? Has it been easier? Has it been the same?
I say easier. I mean, just like back home for real. Even with the time difference situation, that wasn't literally a struggle at all. I one or 2 days and I was right back on point. Going into the gym, no matter what, it's just training. It's still the same thing. It's still boxing ring. It's still heavy bag. Still jump rope. It's still speed bag. Everything's still the same, but just different locations. So I don't really care where I fight at. It's still a boxing ring, and that's why I'm at home.
Man, see, I love his mentality too. He another one that's a real one, man, because I think he mean what he say too. And it's crazy that it's unfortunate when these fights go to get to put, they go to putting these fights together and they don't come to fruition. The boxing fans are forced to make a pick and got to frame somebody as a duck. I don't think nothing about Brian Norman says duck and says he don't want to challenge himself. The man went to Santiago hometown, sparked him, knocked out Derek Cuevas against people picking against him again, counting him out. Now he about to travel over to Japan, being a traveling champion. You just don't do shit like that when you don't have confidence. And I was saying this stuff earlier. You don't go to Philly from Atlanta to Philly multiple times over to spar boots if you ain't really about challenging yourself, getting better, and being great. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to follow the clues. I know you got one situation where it's like, dang, well, he could have took that money, but it wasn't him saying he wasn't going to fight. It was his team doing it for him. And that's why I say sometimes I think for certain fights, it might take for the fighters to get on the same accord to push that fight over the hump. Because without it, you're going to get bits and pieces of information. You're going to get inconsistencies, and the fighters are going to be getting told whatever, you get what I'm saying, suits the other guy. So it just get lost in translation, and it's best that these guys get on the same accord when shit like this start happening, especially when it's negotiating back and forth. You want to be a part of that, because if it's something that you can do to push the fight over the hump, if it's a way that y'all fighters, y'all the ones that got to do it. You get what I'm saying? If y'all get on the same page and the fight happens, you get me? The hell with everything else. So I hate the fact that we didn't get the fight, but it's water under the bridge. He got Sasaki Boots talking about moving up at 54. We're gonna play the YSM interview in a quick second. Let's get.
I know he put out kind of like some statements, like wants to be the first ever Japanese welterweight champion born, and I think he even put out, I don't know if it's translate it properly on Twitter, but he said, I saw the video. This is Google Translate. So it's like, I saw the video of Brian Norman Jr.'s public practice today, and I heard a lot of people say it was tough. And I certainly thought everything was amazing, but I also thought we could win. That may seem strict, but I'm going to break that common sense. 6 days left until the first ever Japanese welterweight champion is born. Let's grab the victory to everyone who supports us. I don't know if that's translated properly, but just wanted to get your thoughts on that tweet that he put out.
I mean, he just gave me all the props in the world about, what he's seen it look tough, this, down the third. He said he think that he can win, but I know that I'm going to win. I came out here for a reason. I came out here with my belt, and I'm leaving with my belt. So it is what it is. I'm the champion for a reason.
I've been told that he has a good left hook, and I know you have a good left hook. Is this something where we can expect that might be potentially the shot that we see that ends it in this fight?
I don't like to go in predetermining anything. Like, even a knockout. I believe it's going to be a knockout just because of how both of our styles clash with each other, but I'm not going in just to knock him out, you understand? So it's just like, go in and be yourself, and whatever happens, happens. Like, for my last fight, everybody was saying the exact same thing. Derek Cuevas and his left hook, me and my left hook. It's gonna be a left hook battle. But was it left hook I knocked him out with, or a jab? So
It was a jab. For sure. What's this God of War stuff that you're talking about? Saying that you're the craziest person out here.
Punch, but he's reckless as hell.
Can
Yeah,
you explain a little bit about that?
Sharper, tighter.
I mean, you seen the footage, you seen who I am. Go look back at that Gervonta fight. When things got bloody, things got nasty. First thing first, none of it was my blood, and I kept stepping right back into the fire. So when times get hard, for some reason, I love it.
I've had some people ask me, if you get past Jin Sasaki, maybe Andy Hiroka, maybe in Japan, like it might be a thing, or maybe Manny Pacquiao. Like I'm half black, half Asian, but it seems like you got 3 Asian guys lined up potentially that that maybe would be a nickname for fighting all those guys. But is that those opponents that you're thinking of?
I wasn't real deal thinking about those opponents right now, just focus on Jin, but anything is possible after this. I would definitely love to come back to Japan. I'll definitely tell you that right now. So with this Hiroka or the Philippines with Manny, I'm cool with either or. Also, what I like to think about is I look up to Kobe Bryant. When he went over there to Chinese, like China, they loved him over there. So why Japan can't be the same with me? They got the Asia Pacific belt over here. I would love to fight for that.
Awesome. I'll be remiss, obviously, the news, and I know you're not focused.
The interviewer Aisha is Ron Goodall with Fight Hype. Again, shout out to Fight Hype because he be working, dude be grinding, man. He be grinding. He do a lot of interviews, and he make them chop them up, make them short, don't do them, make them too long. But he about to get into the reason I'm playing this. I just, Brian Norman, I rock with him, but I wanted y'all to hear what he had, his comments in regards to Boots possibly moving up. Everybody gonna get an opinion, but Boots just released or should I say YSM just released a video with Boots that I'm gonna play in a second too.
Focus on it, but the division might clear up some belts. There's talks of Jerron moving to 154. Your thoughts? Little disappointed, or I know that it's not something that is on your mind, but there's obviously something that the fight fans have kind of talked about a little bit from that point. But missed opportunity, you think just for the fight fans, you think that you guys would have been able to give a great fight, or do you see yourself maybe later down the line if he does move up?
I wish him the best at 154. I'm gonna start off saying I wish him the best at 154. I hope he continue being great doing his thing. But regarding the missed opportunity thing, I don't see it as a missed opportunity. Eventually, I'm pretty sure I'm young right now. Eventually, I'm pretty sure I may move up to 154 and start making those up there as well. So if he keep doing his thing at 54, we can still make that fight happen. But I would say I do find it slightly funny that, Eddie Hearn publicly said we can make a fight happen after this fight, but we can only sign a contract before this fight is done with. So if I'm not mistaken, that means we was going to fight after this one.
Corey was good with
Why you had to make an announcement about him moving up on my fight week?
What do you think would have happened if you did sign it? You think they would?
Y'all hear what he said? Yeah, here I want to run this back. I really want y'all to hear what he said.
Eventually, I'm pretty sure I'm young right now. Eventually, I'm pretty sure I may move up to 154 and start making noises up there as well. So if he keep doing his thing at 54, we can still make that fight happen. But I would say I do find it slightly funny that, Eddie Hearn publicly said we can make a fight happen after this fight, but we can only sign a contract before this fight is done with. So if I'm not mistaken, that means we was going to fight after this one. Why you had to make an announcement about him moving up on my fight week?
What do you think?
Y'all hear where he coming from? Do you hear where he coming from? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you hear where he coming from? He remember that. I think people forgot that. Remember, they wanted to negotiate right now. They was like, yo, why we can't negotiate right after the fight? I just want to talk to the people that's saying here listening to me and just tell me, is that unreasonable with them? How many times do we say guys be counting their chickens before they hatch or their eggs, whichever way you want to say it, or focused on the next fight instead of the one that's right in front of them? They overlook a guy, fumble the bag. What's wrong with him saying why we can't negotiate right after the fight? Like, I don't care if it's a day after the fight. You get what I'm saying? He like, yo, right after this fight, we can get right to negotiating. But he felt like it was like bad taste to negotiate the next fight before you even get through this fight. You understand what I'm saying? Just the intent behind it alone. And then you come out there and lose. What is everybody going to say? You see, you should have focused on Japan and Sasaki. You was looking ahead. You was thinking about boots. You wasn't focused. Tell me everybody in the world won't say that to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I just think it's realistic. I don't think that was like, that means you didn't want to fight. So I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna say because they made the announcement that they didn't want it either. But do you get what I'm saying? Why would he be? Why is the only time that y'all can negotiate the fight is before he even get through this fight? How is it unreasonable for y'all to negotiate right after he get through his fight? You understand exactly why he said that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not on Boots, but when you get the information back to him, it's like, bro, I'm not waiting around. Like, we could have made this fight now. He fighting him over there in Japan for less money. Then we start getting into that. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I don't think it was unrealistic for him to suggest that we can negotiate after having a fight, after we get our fight done. You get what I'm saying? That's all. Exactly. That rematch. I did hear something about that. I don't know how if that's back on or not. I got to look into it. I haven't had a chance to. B. Norman need to be focused on that PD infused Japanese fighter. Said no drug testing. Yeah, for this fight is crazy. It is. It's unfortunate, man. It is.
Would have happened if you did sign it? You think they would have actually took the fight? Because it seems like if there was a rush to make the fight and you asked for essentially to start the negotiations, the day after the fight, as long as everything goes well, the need to, I guess, potentially move to 154 right away. Does that make sense? Like, I guess did he kind of plan maybe the idea that you weren't going to take the fight without getting past this fight first, like you said? I guess I'm trying to look at the narrative.
I say the narrative that Eddie Hearn was trying to put out was that I'm a duck, and we all know about that. He was trying to, push that propaganda, that agenda so heavily and so strongly, and like you just said, a whole missed opportunity. So it was just trying to push that whole narrative so he can smoothly escape to the 154 division. But what would have happened if I signed a contract? Who knows? I can't go off of something that's not going to happen. All I can do is just focus on what would happen.
Price boy, let me say this to you, see if this makes sense. Is not accepting an offer and turning down a fight the same thing to you? Because those two things are not the same thing to me. You get what I'm saying? I feel like not accepting an offer while still trying to negotiate. Remember, bro, they ran out of time while they were still negotiating, and they ran out of time, and Boots had to go do what he had to do, right? It's kind of very similar with this situation. You won't allow him the luxury to have a fight and negotiate. The man didn't say, like, let's negotiate weeks after the fight. He said, yo, we can negotiate right after the fight if you want to. Right after the fight, bro. We can do it right after, a day after the fight. A day. He never said no to the fight. He didn't accept the offer. You get what I'm saying? I know there's some people that feel like it's the same thing. It's not, because you're still negotiating. And remember, he had said they turned the fight down while they were still trying to negotiate. And then after that was said, another offer was sent. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like Eddie Hearn he stands to the most to gain, I feel like, because as a businessman, you don't want to log jam up at 147. And as long as Boots is commanding them 2 titles and possibly chasing down more, where does that leave room for Conor Ben? Let's be real. Think he don't want that man to get that man a world title after he just went up there to 160 and sacrificed himself to Chris Eubank? And he talking about coming back down to 47. You hear him talking about the WBC title, Mario Barrios, and all that type of shit. Tell you that opens that up, and then look, the Mario Barrios opportunity won't be right there on the table because he fighting who? Pacquiao. They said in July, right? But if Boots Ennis go up to 54, that frees up a couple belts. You bring your guy Conor Ben back down to 47, try to get him in position for one of them titles. Maybe he can try to make a run at welterweight with the talent that's there. And then if you Boots, you was on borrowed time a little bit at 147 anyway, right? So you going up was right on par, right? It makes sense for your body. So I just don't know, man. It just seemed crazy that you would force him to negotiate a fight before a fight that he has that's coming right up. And if he didn't do it, then you just take it off the table for him. Get what I'm trying to say? No, we going up to 54. So I ain't saying that's on Boots, but I just think that's a little weird. I don't think, and that's just me personally, I don't think them saying, yo, let us get through this fight. Say if they lose, then what? Now the fight is off. So think about something, bro. How you gonna negotiate a fight before getting through the current fight you got when we just seen that happen with Ryan and he lost? And did we get is the rematch? I don't even know if it's on, but it seemed like it's not. Right here, no talks about the rematch. Why would Brian Norman turn around and do the same thing? How you gonna negotiate for a fight? Think about something, y'all. You're gonna negotiate for what would be a unification fight. But what if you don't even win? Then what? Then what? You get what I'm trying to say? It seemed foolish, bro. Like it really seemed foolish to do. Like I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it either. Because it's in bad taste. It's like overlooking Sensaki and traveling over there to Japan. You a champion and you traveling to his backyard. You would think that's something you want to focus on. That's like, I don't know. That's like telling Karen to negotiate his next fight while he about to travel to Philly and fight Boots. Don't make sense, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And it seemed like it was it's my way or the highway kind of situation for them. And he just said the hell with it. You get what I'm saying? And we going up. So I don't know. I just don't think that was unreasonable for him to suggest that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, yo, let's wait till we get through this fight. We gonna do what's the point of negotiating if I lose a fight? Then we just sat up here and wasted each other time. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't see how that makes sense though. I don't see how it makes any sense at all. None whatsoever. Shout out to Mega Red, man. Back in the super chat. Appreciate you holding me down. He said people act like making a fight is like how it is on video games. Yeah, they never include the business. Remember, most people don't think. Nah, they just be too emotional to think. They be too emotional to think. But like I said, I'm just a reasonable person. And I think, like, I'm not blaming Eddie for taking his ball and going up to 54 or you know, taking his talent, Boots Ennis up to 54 or influencing them or whatever the case. They came to the decision, whatever. But I'm not going to lie. I don't like the fact that the last thing you spoke of in regards to this fight was about, you know, oh, well, negotiate this shit now before you even get this fight out the way. Like, that shit just makes zero sense to me. That's all. That's all. Because then you would waste your time to say you go out there and get beat knocked out, get upset, anything. Nah, you don't need that. I think it would be stupid.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your Just Do.
Nick Ballin TV. Now you don't gotta disagree. You just choose to disagree. I mean, if that's how you see it, you feel like he had a time to sign the fight before Japan. When was this? When was this? I'm trying to figure that out. When did he have his time? Did I miss something? What time did he have before this fight to sign the fight? How? When he told him to negotiate the fight before he got through to what time was it this time? How could you sign a fight before negotiating it, bro? You gotta make it make sense, man. Didn't you just hear this man told him to negotiate the Boots fight now before you get through your current fight in Japan. He told him that. And they said no. Brian Norman Sr. even spoke. He said that's like bad juju, something to that effect. He's like, yo, why would we do that when we got a fight lined up right in front of us? Let us get through this fight and we could wait. And that next day after, we can negotiate. He say, yo, give us some weeks and let us recover. The next day, bro, let us fight them first. Let us beat ass. Let us take care of this smoke. And then let's do this if you're really trying to make the fight. So, look, I get it. People got the leg to stand on and say, he got the 3 offers. He never took them. That's water under the bridge. The offers is under the bridge now. And it's over with. He never said no to the fight. He just never accepted the offer. It's not the same thing as turning the fight down. Remember, before they could even finish negotiations, that purse bid situation came up with Boots and Karen. Then that was off. That was it for that. The next time we heard about it was when he had this fight lined up with Sensaki. And then he like, yo, negotiate this fight before you get to him. Why would you do that? It wasn't nowhere for him to sign. You get what I'm saying? The only place he could have signed was one of them 3 offers from the first time. And that was before Boots even got in there with Karen again. You got to think of the timeline. It was no opportunity for them to sign something that they didn't even negotiate. It wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Nah. The 3 offers came. Remember, they ran out of time negotiating. Then Boots and Karen came. Then along came this fight for Brian Norman. No other point did they negotiate before that. Or should I say since the first time around. But when they spoke about the fight, they mutually said they told him to negotiate now. Even Eddie Hearn backed this up. He said, yeah, they did. They said, we're not going to negotiate this fight now while we got a fight lined up. Eddie Hearn tried to spin it and make it sound like they being unreasonable because they don't want to negotiate the next fight before they get through their current fight. To me, that's just stupid. It's stupidity. It's like, bro, you count your chickens before they hatch, bro, and you might not even make it to that fight. You remember the quote from Terrence Crawford, the saying, focus on your fight, for you don't make it to your fight. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's all they was doing, focusing on their fight so they can make it to the next fight. You're not going to trap me up and tell me I got to negotiate with you right now before I'm a traveling champion, man. Get that shit out of here. People already counting me out, man. Sasaki got power. Brian Norman got power, and he could box, and he getting better. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. It just wasn't no. It wasn't no room for it. It wasn't no room for it. The only opportunity he had was to say, all right, well, we're going to negotiate now. Like we ain't got this fight lined up on the 19th. Like it just was stupid. It would have been dumb as hell to me. So I think they made a smart move. And look, I ain't mad at Boots. Like you did what you needed to do for you and your career, and it's all good. You get what I'm saying? It's all good. Let me take this out and just play it from the joints. And I moving up, you know what I'm saying? But it could be a win for all of them, man. You just created more of an opening for Brian Norman to snatch the title. Now Boots get to make his legacy at 54 if that's truly where he's going. You know what I'm saying? We get to see just how good 47 is going to be without Boots and is there. It's not all bad, you know. It ain't the end of the world. It ain't the end of the world. All right, let's finish this. He said Kawasaki must be related to Dr. Dre because Brian Norman about to put the beats on him. Yeah, he gonna put the beats on him. B Norman gonna kick his ass, man. We all should be rooting for that because there's other good fights I think to make at 47. Shit, You got him talking about fighting Haney shit. You got Hitchens calling Haney up at 47. I just want to see some of these dudes fight, bro.
So heavily, so strongly, and like you just said, a whole missed opportunity. So it was just trying to push that whole narrative so he can smoothly escape to the 154 division. But what would have happened if I signed a contract? Who knows? I can't go off of something that's not going to happen. All I can do is just focus on what would happen in the future. Right now, Juneteenth, I take care of business.
Awesome. My last two questions is the goal to be.
You see what I'm saying? He's he speak very articulate himself very well. And I like the fact that he make himself available for these interviews to answer these questions. Yeah, he would have loved to fight. He ain't trash Boots move. And again, people was making it like a thing between him and Boots. It's a fight, but their issues has always been with Eddie Hearn and the way he's been moving. And I ain't knocking Eddie, but they just been pointing out the inconsistencies with Eddie. Why are you going to tell us to negotiate a fight before our fight? Why are you going to go out and announce that and then say, oh, we going up to 54? And like YSM came up here and said, shout out to YSM Sports. He came up here and told me that Eddie Hearn dropped that information a little too soon. Do you see what I'm saying? He almost showing Boots he almost pushing Boots to 54. He like, man, going up to 50. You get me? Like, man, going up to 54. That's what he doing. He pretty much saying, man, take your ass up to 54. He out here announcing it before he could come out and do an interview to announce it. Shit, let Boots speak. I ain't knocking Eddie, but I'm like, damn, bro. So that's what makes me feel like it's intent. That's what makes me feel like it's not that you didn't want to fight at 47 for Boots, but I feel like it's a win-win. If he fights him, you feel like he would have won the fight against Brian Norman anyway. Let's say that. But if he moves up, you feel like he's good enough to campaign at 54 and get titles up there. And then you got your other fighter. It frees up opportunities for him. That's all. And I really see it cut from a business standpoint. You don't want to log jam at 47 where you're where you got to be damn near forced to put two of your investments in there with each other. He's not going to want to do it. You ain't never heard him say nothing about Conor bending Boots. Ever.
All 4 belts.
Not a coincidence either.
Maybe. But
I am the last 8 was good. That Jaime he cooked. He fell.
Awesome. And then my very last question for Chico. Did you nickname your left and right hand like something like a mountain, another one's a dragon? Like, I just want to make sure I understood the quote.
Yeah, I forgot what I said, but I just be coming up with stuff off the fly. But yeah, I did say something. I forgot what I said.
Something like this, like destroys mountains. This one slays dragons.
Slays dragons. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, look.
Shout out to B Norman, man. I rock with him. I rock with Boots. I'm team boxing. I just wanted to see the fight. I think it's a difference in opinion as to why maybe it didn't happen. And I get it. You could always look at the offers and say, yo, look, Boots and his side made several attempts to get the fight. And I can understand that. But you also pay attention to the rest of the story. Don't just stop there at the 3 offers. Yeah, there was an opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. You could have said they overplayed their hand and they should have took the fight. All that stuff is cool, right? All that stuff is cool. But at the end of the day, the next time that they spoke about making this fight, it was a kind of like negotiate with me now or it ain't no way we fighting type shit. And I don't rock with that personally because it just doesn't make sense. Show me another fight that you made for Boots that way. Show me another fight you made for Boots that way. Imagine when Boots was fighting Karen, right? Boots was fighting Karen. He told Stan Jonas, like, negotiate this fight now. It's the same shit. Negotiate this fight right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make sense, man. It don't make sense, bro. Mess around, you go out there and lose, overlooking your guy, man, and you know how the boxing world gonna talk. They not gonna let you live it down. They're gonna talk crazy to you. They gonna talk crazy. Shout out to B Norman D for the win. What's good, homie? How you feeling? Yeah, he about to kick some ass, man. Eddie trying to let Turkey or Oscar pay for Boots next fight instead of investing for a Norman fight. I'm telling you, he might be, yo. He might be. He might got a little comfortable, D, for the win. He might got a little comfortable letting them peoples facilitate things. Rachel came on the boxing voice and Spurs home, Hearn for line. It wasn't Boots. Shout out to my guy, the Butcher. See what I'm saying? The Butcher, do you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm for the fighter and I'm team boxing. I was trying to say that. And y'all know I've been a guy that I've been on record not trying to knock Eddie Hearn and nothing he do. I be trying to understand the moves, but sometimes I think these dudes just be being promoters, man. And that's not only did she point out the inconsistencies of the Butcher, that's what Brian Norman Sr. was talking about. Now you hear Brian Norman Jr. speak on it. I think it's pretty funny how, right, the week of my fight, you make an announcement that he's going up to 54, and you told us to negotiate the fight now. Like, think about the timing, man. Norman Jr. ain't no fool. He like, yo, look what he doing. He wants the world to feel like I never wanted to fight. See, look, we gave him another opportunity to negotiate the fight, and he didn't want to take it. He said he wasn't going to negotiate till you know they got their next fight out the way. He making it sound like it's unreasonable. Like, and then the fans that don't use their brains, they like, yeah, bro, why you ain't negotiate the fight? You should have did it. No, he shouldn't have. No, he shouldn't have. No, he shouldn't have. My bad. That was my son. He don't come here. Just talk. It wasn't booze. Fact though, man. Yeah, Eddie sneaky dude behind the scenes, and I just think all promoters are right. I don't think he's nothing different from no promoter. I don't think he a bad guy, but you just never know all of these dudes. You never know these dudes' full and true intentions, bro, on what they be planning on doing. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know what they are. You never know what they are. You never know. So you just, you know, I take it one situation at a time, bro. And just with this situation, you can say, as I was saying earlier, it was inconsistencies on both sides where you could point out things and kind of make a bit of an argument one way or the other. You could do that a little bit. You get what I'm saying? You could do that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. She explained how the contracts, how some contracts, the promoter can choose your fight. Yeah. And then I think people be mad at her because she be giving game and it don't benefit what people think, right? And it be coming from a person that know because she got personal experience in the game. She don't just be making this stuff up and pulling it out the sky. So, like I said, man, it was never against Boots or Norman. I just thought the promoter always like put out mixed messages that made me feel like he got some type of vested interest in his guy going up the next weight class because of how many times he announced it, prematurely announcing it, right? As YSM stated. So I don't know, man. I just always felt like, you know, the fight could have been made with the right sacrifice. And it seemed like when it came to Brian Norman, they was just out to make him look like he was crazy. Or just didn't want to fight, should I say. Yeah, I knew it. I already knew it. I knew it was going to be because it's the same PP. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he thought. What he thought he had. So tainted piss, he didn't, man. Jaime, the Juice crew struck again, bro. Just like we thought. Yeah. And again, people AZ and everybody behind the hands and everybody else, people are going to have more energy for guys that's never tested positive for PEDs than the guy like Jaime that just did. And then the B sample come back and it's dirty again, just like we expected. Let's see how many people keep that same energy with him and write him off now and talk about how his wins look suspect now because he had a motor like no other. So now when you heard Gabriel Rosado tell him, he told his team like he was hitting this dude with body shots and he'll recover in seconds and throw like a 5-punch combination. Now you see that Gabriel Rosado wasn't tripping. That dude been in there with everybody, the Triple G's, the Peter Quillens. He been in there with guys that crack. You get what I'm saying? And he ain't never whined about it. He said that dude was different. That shit was different when he fought Jaime. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and now he get caught after a knockout loss. After a knockout loss. Shit is intentional, man. That wasn't no mistake. You know what I'm saying? After a knockout loss. This shit was very intentional, man. Very intentional. So he's done up, man. He's done up in my book. I mean, you're just gonna have to sit on the sideline just like everybody else that pop, man, and eat the criticism. That's what I'm saying. He talked, that no running shit. Like we got so many issues that trying to get to some damn running. People seen 2 fights where they tripped out or a bad card because dude took the crowd out of the equation and was surprised by the dull ass fights. They ain't got nobody cheering them on. People getting heckled by Shakur and Mike Tyson. Yo, broken air Shakur and Mike Tyson talking out there. Shakur Stevenson giving Ryan Garcia instructions while he getting outboxed by Rolly, bro. They ain't supposed to be able to hear that shit that clear. You get me? They feel like they in sparring some damn weird. Nah, that's a fact, bro. Zizzy. Hitman rival, what it do? The Mexicans always feel like they need enhancing. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. The Juice crew out here wild. And no drug testing in the Norman fight is crazy. I see people keep saying that. Man, Norman gonna beat ass, man. Norman coming to do a job. He ain't coming to play. He ain't coming to play. He got a job to do. Man. But hold on, let's get to this though, y'all. Let's get to this. Yeah, the Juice crew out here wilding again, man. They at it again, bro. They can't keep their nose clean, man. It's just I just feel like I feel like it's not a coincidence at this point when that many people continue to pop and test, you know what I mean? It's just, and all coming from there, it just seemed like they being instructed, or I don't know what's going on, but that's not a good look, bro. Not a coincidence, not that many times. So yeah, man, he gonna beat his ass, man. B Norman coming to do a job. Fate was good with it, bro. Damn, that B sample from the get tested positive. Yeah, we already knew that, because it's the same piss. And the only way that it could have possibly came back different is if the first one was like tainted some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't the case. I kind of figured that high levels of testosterone, bro. Just say he was juicing. Just go ahead and say he was juicing, bro. Go ahead and say, man, don't have me thinking like that, man. I'm gonna be up 4 a.m., man. We gonna call this fight, man. We gonna get him call this fight, man. We need to put that good energy in the air for Brian Norman to go out there and get that dub, man. You know what I mean? It's already bad enough that we ain't get the boots in Norman fight now. In the last, Brian Norman getting anything other than a fair shake over there in Japan. He a traveling champion. He need to be treated like such, man, and respected, man. He going over there to put his title on the line in that dude backyard. He could do is get a fair shake if he don't get nothing else, bro. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying not gonna get one, but it would piss me off pretty damn bad if I see anything that looks sus. I'm talking that. You know, hard, man. Going over there to my backyard, going over there to conquer Japan. Say going with eating with it. And I believe him. I'm rocking with him. I keep leading with it. All right, let's get to this, y'all. Let's get to this, man.
Jerron Ennis, what's good with you?
What's going on, man?
It's looked like one missing, man.
Yeah, one definitely missing. It's on its way, you know. And but yeah, you know, we got the super right here.
Shout out to YSM.
It's John Heavy.
Yo,
you know, we still got that IBF. The IBF right here, man.
All right, so is this like your first love, and this is
first love, and then what? The wifey? I don't know. I don't know how it go.
And the side joint is missing, the Ring magazine?
The Ring magazine missing for sure. It's on its way though.
Okay. Shit, we never even got a chance to talk about the actual main standing on this fight. You've been wanting to unify. Well, you've been wanting to win a belt, and then after that, unify since you can remember, right? What was the whole experience like?
The experience was great. You know, even like the whole training camp leading up to fight week. Experience was everything. I was extra motivated. To get in there and actually win my first title and take it from somebody. So it was the best feeling ever, you know.
All right, so we talked about that in the previous interview. You were upgraded from IBF interim to full champion. How long did you wait as the mandatory to get your first title shot?
My first what?
For the IBF.
For the IBF?
Yeah.
I got the interim when I fought Karen the first time on Tank undercard, and then I defended the interim against Villa, and then I'm gonna say that following, you know, a few months later, I got elevated to champ. So it was like I said, it was kind of like weird. Like I just woke up and I was a champ. Like it was like nothing I could do.
Yo, you were the highest rated contender for a minute though, right?
Yeah. I was the mandatory fight for like 2-3 years. Maybe it might have been longer than that, you know. But I was Spence mandatory, and then once they fought, I was Bud mandatory, and then so on and so forth. And then, like I said, I wound up one day waking up being the champ.
Give me the contrast differences between you waking up as the champ and you stopping Amanda Stanionis in the 6th round.
You can't even compare the two. You know, me waking up and being champion, it didn't feel like nothing. It felt like I put the hard work in and I did what I was supposed to do, but it didn't feel like how I felt when I stopped Stanionis and took this belt from the man that had the belt. So it was a crazy feeling. You know, it was a feeling like no other. I can't even explain it. Like it just was like a crazy feeling, like super crazy feeling. Especially to do it almost close to home in Atlantic City, and it's a historic, arena, at the Boardwalk Hall. It was another great night for me. Like I said, I can't really explain to you how the feeling really is because it was so crazy.
All right, so the IBF orders you versus Cody Crowley, and then Cody Crowley didn't pass the what do you call it, the physical?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Due to damage that he took in the Abel Ramos fight. And then they switched to David Avanesian. Stop him. Now the IBF orders Karen Chikazin again. You were trying to get a unification at that particular time. Stanionis, Barrios, Brian Norman. Shit fell through. Karen backlash.
Yeah.
Going from that to your bout with Amanda Stanionis, what was your mindset heading into it?
I mean, between the two fights?
Yeah.
I mean, the Karen fight, like I said, that whole camp was like, I beat him already. Like, it's like, I've been here before, I beat him already. It's like, it's not like, I don't really got nothing to prove. So I just went in there on some, like, I know I'm going to win. I know I'm going to do what I'm going to do, but it wasn't like a, I'm not going to say it wasn't a good camp, because it was a good camp. It just was like, I'm not going to say careless, but just like, my mind was like, I want these champions. Like, I'm not down here to fight a mandatory and a guy that I already beat 12-0. So it was like kind of like pointless,
You took a lot of criticism. Yeah. I mean, you got a wide unanimous decision victory. You dropped them, but you took as much criticism as I've seen guys take losses. Do you feel like taking that criticism helped you focus heading into the Stanionis fight?
I mean, it was just the extra, big added fuel to the fire, towards Stanionis, and about, and like I said, the whole camp with Stanionis was fun. It was a great camp, and I was glad to be able to shut people up and make them to believers.
All right. Negotiations with Virgil Ortiz, caught backlash from that. Then it looked like that you could possibly face Teofimo Lopez, and then Amanda Stanionis, one of the fights that you always wanted. Y'all get in the ring. Whoa, whole lot of build up, whole lot of hype. You getting in the ring. Did it live up to everything in your mind as it? Well, did the actual experience live up to what you pictured in your head?
I definitely think the experience definitely lived up to it. What I pictured in my head. Like I said before, I don't want to sound like repetitive, but when you find somebody and you taking the belt from them, it was a crazy feeling. It was a great feeling, and that was about it.
Undefeated guy. He had the WBA. You had the IBF. Talk about the actual fight. You come out, you control him with the jab, and you end up stopping him in the 6th round. Like, what did you see in there? What did you feel in there?
I I mean, we already knew how Stevenson was going to come. You know, we knew he was going to try to apply as much pressure as possible. You know, I know he's going to try to stay behind his jab. And our goal was to, you know, to take that jab away, you know, make him use his feet, make him try and catch me, and he couldn't. You know, and I wound up breaking him down and out jabbing him, you know, and things like that. I think I got one of the best jabs in the game.
When you use it?
Yeah, when I use it. when I use it, I think I got one of the best jabs in the game for sure. You know, and like I said, I out jabbed him. You know, and you know, I frustrated him, and I had him, you know, I had him thinking, and that's when by the time he was thinking, I had already picked it up and stepped on the gas. I came back in the corner in the second round. I told my pop I wanted to pick it up. He like, no, just keep boxing, keep doing what you're doing, keep making it easy. I mean, he like, you breaking him down, and that's what I did. You know, I listened to my corner and you know, got the job done.
So you knew in the second round you had him?
For sure. I really wanted to walk him down, press him back, because I seen it in the first round. I hit him with like a little hooked up body, and he backed up and he didn't like it. And I'm like, all right. And that's why I came back. When I came back to the corner, I'm like, I want to pick it up. My dad like, no, not yet. He like, wait, just keep picking it, keep boxing, keep touching that body, stay that body, breaking him down. And I wound up, you know, he wound up putting on the stool. So yeah, it's a matter of time.
This is a fighter that's never been down before.
Yeah.
Never really been visibly hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You made him. Well, you had his team throwing the towel in the 6th round, right? Did you want to see you put him down for good, or did that suffice? Like,
no, I feel like making somebody quit on the stool is worse than knocking somebody out. He quit on the stool. Well, his team threw the towel in. I feel like that's worse. I feel like a guy like him would rather get knocked out than, you know, quit on the stool or anything like that.
What's your thoughts of Stanionis as a fighter?
A great fighter, you know.
But to that point, though, Stanionis did kind of shake the head, like not like he was good. Cause I had the clip, I played it where he shook the head. He was good.
Fighter, you know, I think he's gonna be back for sure. You know, and, that's about it.
You always said the best possible opponents is going to bring the best version of Gervonta in this out.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the case in April?
For sure. Every time out, you know, I said when I fight these guys, that's you know, it's the top of the top. I'm supposed to be good. You know, you want to see a whole different me. You know, and I go to that next level. You know, and things like that. That's a different type of motivation when you find somebody that got a name or a belt and things like that, and not these, you know, bottom tier guys and things like that. And that was my whole thing was like, that's the only reason I'm standing down here this week for, you know, is belts. If I can't get these belts, you don't need to be down here.
What does it feel like being in the record book now as the welterweight champion of the world? Like when they look back at this time frame, there's been other champions, right? There's 4 belts, but when they look at welterweight champion, it says Gervonta.
That's the lineal too. I got the ring magazine, so that's lineal champ. And like I think I actually posted on Instagram. It had all the names stuff on there. It was Floyd, Sugar, Leonard, and then, you know, I was one of the guys. That's a crazy bracket to be in, you know, when it comes to history in the welterweight division.
Do you feel like you've lived up to the Gervonta in his hype?
I mean, I feel like I'm just getting started for real. I ain't really show y'all nothing yet. You know, it's like really only at the beginning for real. You know, like I said, I'm gonna just keep staying focused, staying locked down. And y'all, every time I'm gonna give y'all something different. I'm gonna keep getting better. You know, just stay tuned. We're gonna keep collecting.
Is Stanionis your hardest opponent to date?
I ain't gonna lie, but I'm about to tell you, not my hardest opponent, but he was like one of the hardest punches I fought, probably. A guy that I fought like on my 5th fight. But besides that, no, he wasn't. I don't think he was the toughest.
The YSM, I thought he would ask about the 54. I didn't hear it unless I missed it. Pardon me if I did. I had to step away for a quick second, but it's always good to hear from Boots, man. YSM is the man to do the job every time. He focused as usual. I did think he was going to, you know, touch on the 54 and whether or not he was doing it, because that's, you know, that's something we talked about when he came over here. But shit, he on live now, so maybe we'll get some more information. But I like where Boots is at, he going up to 54, he gonna be fine. He ain't gonna have no problems being great up there. He'll be straight. And again, it just creates more opportunities for those guys at 47 that still remain there. Anybody that's gonna potentially move up there. Maybe it creates a path for Devin Haney to try to get a title at 47 with Boots moving up. But that's what I really just wanted to hear from him instead of Eddie Hearn jumping the gun like he's known to do, right? So we'll see, man, if that's the next move. But we did hear him. That's what he threw out there. And if it's in the cards, shit, let's see it, man. Let's see it. Let's see it. But we're gonna keep cooking for a minute, man. Y'all smash like but to pull up a lot of little stuff I be catching. I got to get up, I got to pull up Edward, man, Mr. Edward. What these dudes at? He on Twitter, man. He on Twitter a lot. Tell him I just stop talking. Where the hell are we going on? Hold on, where is this? Edward, man. He started talking. Let's get to this, man. What's up with my Wi-Fi? This shit pissed me way off. Cat Sports, what's good, Box Story? How you feeling, man?
Been a lot going on this week in New York City. Yeah. A lot of energy, a lot of drama. Are you looking forward to this fight living up to what's been happening outside of the ring this week?
Yeah, I feel like I'm ecstatic. So, because I'm so in love with the sport and so invested in the sport as a fan, I think I've got a really good understanding of what is exciting and what.
It could be me because like I said a couple of days ago, they was doing some work outside my house, and they was messing with some stuff, and it seemed like since then the Wi-Fi been kind of spotty. The signal been a little up and down. So my apologies, y'all.
What we can look forward to, and this is a fight I look forward to because for Richie, he's actually had a phenomenal run with us. When I was actually thinking about it today, like when he left Mayweather Promotions, it was a young, undefeated kid that was nowhere near a world title, had no profile, really. And then we went out, we boxed him on the undercard here. Then he headlined in Orlando against Cepeda. Then he headlined against Lemos in Las Vegas. Then he headlined in Puerto Rico against Paro to win the world title. Now he's headlining at MSG against Cambosa. So I think
my signal. We're gonna rock out for a few more minutes, but it's my signal.
And I think this is the fight that can help him get there. For Cambosa, who I've grown to really like as well. Like he's really like, and that's what, you know, this whole thing at the moment about, and I like it from Turkey as well, you know, like the Tom and Jerry stuff and stuff like that. You know what you're going to get with Cambosos? He's desperate to win, desperate, and he's got money, so he's not here for the payday. He's just here for a bit of legacy, and he'll be very tough to beat tonight. Richie's the better fighter, skill-wise. Richie, it'll be interesting to see how he deals with the occasion as well.
And in terms of what's next for the winner, Cuellar's aligned with the PBC, same with Gary Antuanne Russell. Nobody really knows what's happening with Teofimo Lopez. Yeah. Those are the three other title holders in the division. Where do you see the winner of this fight going in terms of their position?
I mean, Cambosos, when I signed him, has already kind of said, when I beat Hitchens, I want to run it back with Teo, which obviously they've got history, you know. For Richie, I think Richie against Teofimo Lopez is a great fight. Two kids out.
You keep calling that man Richie.
You know, it's a good fight. See if he moves to 47. I don't really understand the desire for Teo to move to 47. I don't think he needs to physically. Like when he hydrated and they weighed in for the last show, he was like 145 pounds. Yeah. So I'm not so sure, but also, you know, there's good opportunities now for people to work together because we've got an open path with PBC. We're talking to them. We work with Golden Boy a lot now. So Puello against Matias, the winner's got to fight Dalton Smith.
I'm about to refoul for 10 minutes.
Russell, you know, could be a fight there. And we'll see what happens with the likes of, you know, Keyshawn moving up, those kind of guys.
Thank you.
Speaking of the
man. Terrell was good on.
Yeah, I mean, look, who knows what's happening with Keyshawn? I mean, something something's not right about him, you know, and he's got.
Hearn sound like he under the weather, or is it just me?
I don't know him well enough to know what's
sound like
going on,
under
but
the weather?
something's going on. And I think he's got to come back. He'll be up at 140 now. I guess he'll use the opportunity with the WBO to put himself in what might be a mandatory position, you know, which is potentially for Teofimo. Then if Teofimo moves up, he could be fighting for the vacant title. So yeah, I think Keyshawn is obviously going to be around at 140.
The other day, Eddie, we had talked about Boots, and you know, you confirmed that more than likely he's going to 154. That made its way around social media, and then like his path forward became like the conversation online a little bit. You know, Virgil seems to be out, but you spoke about that being a potential fight. What do you think is the most realistic option if it's not Virgil? Could it be Tellez? He's got the interim 154 title. You know, could it be maybe a different guy? You know, Murdzaliev is out there. He's a, you know.
I think like there's no final decision from Boots yet, and he'll make that decision and he'll announce in due course. But you know, one of the reasons that we didn't jump at the TO fight is because of the weight and because it's a real possibility that he's going to move to 54. So they asked us if we'd fight Virgil Ortiz on August 16th. We said yes. And then they said Virgil wasn't available in August. He's not going to fight till later in the year. So we now say...
So you see that? You see that? Already they asking about fights at 54. Virgil, for August 16th, he wouldn't be available at that time. Hey, man, you might as well say goodbye to them titles. But then that's why I say listening to YSM, man, I got to go holler at YSM, man.
We'll probably fight in August, September, and then we're up for Virgil Ortiz as well. November, December, whenever. For us, I think it would be good to have that kind of interim fight. I like the Bocachica fight, you know, Mendoza, Thurman, like whoever. I spoke to Louis de Cubas from PBC and said, let me know who you've got at 154. I don't think people are going to be jumping out to fight him, if I'm honest. But, you know, there's a decent payday there and a big fight.
Looking at 175, Eddie, we've got obviously Better Be Bivol. Right under that, we've got a crop of title contenders, especially out of England. The one that I'm going to ask you about is obviously Callum Smith, rumored to be taking on David Benavidez. What's the status of that fight and what's going on with Callum Smith right now?
So we've had an offer from PBC for Callum Smith to fight Benavidez. We're negotiating with them at the moment. It's a great fight, and we all know that Benavidez is a great fighter. You know, it's not an easy fight at all. Callum was the Ring Magazine world champion at 168 pounds. He'd love another shot at the title. There's no easy championship at 175. You know, you've either got Bivol or Benavidez. So there is a very good chance that Callum will take that fight against Benavidez, and we'll be making our decision over the next 1 or 2 weeks.
So that would be an offer for a fight here in the United States for Callum?
Yeah.
Eddie, you know, Tank, he's got his hands full. He's got a rematch coming up with Lamont Roach soon, and no guarantee that fight goes his way. But, you know, beyond that, you've got two fighters, one who's been calling him out for a long time in Shakur, and now Richardson and Hitchens, you know, in the mix, and it seems like they've been going back and forth. Is that a fight? I mean, obviously, I know you'd love to get Tank in with either of those guys, but you think there's any more potential with Richardson and Hitchens than there was with Shakur?
I don't know what Heyman's going to want to do with Tank. Like, he's got the fight with Roach coming up. Is that dates up?
August 16th
as well, yeah. So, you know, that's a tough fight. But then after that, who is there for him to fight? You know, I think that's the same with Shakur. You know, when Shakur beats Zepeda, you know, he could attempt to unify. Obviously, you've got Abdullah Mason, Sam Noakes. You've got Andy Cruz, he's going to fight. Touch wood, he wins tonight. He's going to fight Murataya for the IBF world title. So there's those unification fights for Shakur, but you know, the fight really is Shakur v Tank, but it's just a case of whether Tank and their team would want to accept that.
What do you think is the holdup there? Is it just like because I'm sure Tank is not afraid of Shakur, but you think is it like pride getting in his way, or maybe the online talk?
I don't know, but like, to be honest with you, Shakur is unbelievably humble about that fight. You know, where he goes, I'm the B-side, I'm getting less money, I understand. So, I don't know. It's just whether they, Tank or Heyman, want to give him that fight.
Let's just stay in a theoretical world, because again, they've been going back and forth. They are in different weight classes by 5 pounds, but Richardson Hitchens versus Tank. How do you see that fight going if it were to ever happen?
Richardson's going to be tough for anybody to beat. You know, I mean, you see that tonight. But again, the problem is with Richardson, and this was the problem with Boots, but we built Boots now, is that people will use the excuse of, he's not that big a name, or he doesn't have that kind of profile, as an excuse not to fight him. So we built Boots, he started selling out arenas, now you get great money to fight him. But the problem is, with Richie, you don't yet. So tonight it's a step towards that. Because everyone, why would I fight Richard Hitchens? So when someone says that, that means they're very good and they're tough to beat. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if they weren't, they'd just fight them.
Gotcha. Thank you, Eddie.
Brian Jr.'s fight.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. I do feel like that when people don't fight each other, or when they say like, "Well, why would I fight that guy?" Like when it make all the sense within the realm of boxing, and that's no specific fighter or fighters. It's just I hate when fighters say that. Period. Like they discredit a guy that you should be looking to fight by trying to say you shouldn't fight him. I hate that. You heard what he said. He spoke briefly on it. Look, I did. Shakur, if he get past the payday like I expect him to, you get me. He ain't got too many fights that's gonna make the most sense for him. You get what I'm saying? You do have a potential to pursue a more title unification. There's always Tank out there. You got Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes. And Jay Walk was good with it. I see somebody had asked, like, is it official? Is that official between them? So I'll just play this.
Is it official that that's your next fight? Is that official yet?
It's official.
Okay.
It's official.
Oh, it is?
Oh,
well, it's ordered by the WBO. So with
he has to fight you.
He has to fight me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the belt, the World Championship, WBO Championship being vacant, the ranked number 1 fighter, which is Sam Noakes from the UK, fights the ranked number 2 fighter, which is me, from Cleveland.
And there you go. So he said that's the official based on them ordering it. I don't think they got no date and all that stuff yet, but that looked like that's the next fight. I don't see why it wouldn't. Sam Noakes gonna win the opportunity at the title vacant or not. Same thing with Mason. I don't see him turning down no smoke. I think he's gonna beat Sam Noakes' ass. I really do, and I'm not changing my opinion. If I'm wrong, Sam Noakes gonna have to prove me I'm wrong. But I think he's gonna get stopped in that Tank versus Shakur fight ASAP. One fight deal with the rematch clause. That sound reasonable. Sound reasonable to me, Jay Walk. Just hopefully that sound like something that makes sense to Shakur too, if it comes to fruition. Ultimately, like you hear what he say, he humble, he be side, you understand you're gonna get less money. But from Eddie Hearn just being a promoter, like I said, it's not just solely Tank, but I think he can say, yo, give me that guy if he wanted to. But the same token, it's just gonna be a matter if that's a fight that they looking to pursue. And when they do, if they do, Shakur gonna have to do his end to make that fight happen. You get what I'm saying? But preliminary talks is not gonna suffice for me. That's not enough. Like that, I don't do it for me. A fight of that magnitude gonna take a lot more than preliminary talks, in my opinion, to get it done. So, especially to get it over the hump where it actually comes to fruition. So I'm just hoping, for the sake of boxing, that they do make that fight. You know what I mean? Before anybody take a loss, anything like that, I just want to see the fights. You know what I mean? But before that happens, we got July. You guys have paid it. You got Shiraz and Berlin. It's like a good card. Sam Noakes and Abdullah Mason coming up. Sam Noakes could cancel Christmas, man. He couldn't have a worse opponent to go up against. You know what I mean, for his first attempt at a title, because it's not going to go well for him, I don't believe. I think Abdullah Mason is going to prepare him, his dad, his brothers, their team is sharp. They locked in over there. They're going to put the necessary work in. They're going to get it done. I don't see it being no other way. I see him getting his hand raised. I think he's going to step on Sam Noakes too, and I don't think it's going to be close. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that right hand is some strong guys with power. That shit just ain't going to be enough, man. When you got somebody that's cracking, ain't gonna be enough. But Sam Noakes, let me say this though, he is a good fighter. Shout out to LW. He listed some of his accomplishments, prerequisites, right? To as to why this is a meaningful fight. He's not some trash fighter, right? He just ain't high. He ain't well known by the I guess the casual audience, right? But if you know, you know. So a little bit of Sam Noakes. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's gonna beat his ass. Yeah, I think he's going to stop him, bro. He's going to stop him. Yeah, I hope they can work it out, too. You know what I mean? It starts with them getting in each other's getting on the same page, bro. They gotta get on the same page. Shout out to Big Dre. Let's put some color in the chat. My guy, I appreciate you, man. All love to my dog, Big Dre. Dre, man. Roll a clip one time for my guy Dre, man. Because I know what he can.
What? This not funny. How am I supposed to get home? Hold on. Hold on. Here. $2. Take the train.
You know, guys got big fights to get through before they can think about fighting each other. That's not just Tank. That's Shakur. He fight first. You know what I mean? July. You know, so he got to take care of business and then see what's next for him. And all I can say for him is I just want to see him make the biggest and best fight possible for him. The biggest and best fight ever. I'm yawning. I'm getting tired, yeah, man. Shout out to Big Dre, man. Remember the last time Frank Warren had a strong power puncher fight, a rising American star? What happened? Who was that? That had a Frank Warren? What fighter are you talking about? Reynoso got to be investigated at this point. I mean, the camp. It just don't look good. It's bad for the sport. I mean, you can't ignore it. It can't be a coincidence that all the people in that camp are just left and right, and it's like a handful at this point. A handful is crazy. Handful is out of pocket. You can't have a handful of guys. Liam Walsh, I think his name was, right? I'm about the Liam guy that Tank punched down and knocked out. Yeah, they kicked his ass. He thought he was tough too. I think it was Liam Walsh, I think it was. He thought he was tough. Tank punched on his ass. Got him up out of there, disrespecting him, punched on him. Dude was good, cuz. It was good, man. Y'all make sure I hit the like button, man. This ain't gonna be too long, man. It's the second trip around. I just wanted to come back and build some more on some boxing. And we've been able to do that, man. Let's see what's next. I didn't hear the mention of 54 with Boots. As a matter of fact, he was sitting there with his belts, like he ready to add more to the collection. So Eddie Hearn did say, and this is my opportunity to point this out. We always talk about being consistent, keeping the same energy and all that. Well, that's a bit of double talk, because in this interview, he said Boots ain't made an announcement yet. But in another interview, he said he's going to vacate his titles and move up to 54 and started talking about a fight with Virgil already. You see? But in reality, he ain't even made a decision yet. I ain't heard it in a YSM interview or nothing. So do you see? You get what I'm saying? And then now, for some reason, Boots don't go up to 54 in the next fight and he stick around. Then what? We gonna be feeling like that? Because where did it come from? Him. He said, Boots said, if it don't come from him, don't believe it. So I gotta take it with a grain of salt. But I feel like Eddie is a reason he's saying it. I don't feel like he's saying it for no reason. He said, what he said? Just to put it out. Oh yeah, you already know. Shout out to my guy, Legacy Remains. So I don't know, man. It just seemed like some intent right there. It seemed like I wouldn't mind Boots taking his ass up to 54. You get me? So I think that's what Eddie been at all this time with this, man. He don't mind, bro. Take your ass up to 54. And let's get this money. Because he know he gonna be good up there. That's all. He know he gonna be good up there. No, he'll be good up there. But as far as that Tank fight, I mean, we gotta see them get through their fights first. And the Lamont Roach and Tank first fight is a prime example of why you don't schedule fights before you get through your fights and overlook anybody. Not saying that's what Tank did, but I've been seeing him back posting a little bit more. He seemed like he said he getting back to himself or something like that. Seemed like he in a better mental space for it's already got a different feel to it because of the things that he putting out on his social media. It seemed like, I don't know, whatever was bothering him before, it ain't so much the issue no more. So I expect to see a different, or just not so much different, just better execution. I'll say that, better execution. I expect to see that better execution from Tank. What's a good intro to 154 for Boots? think he will fight Masvidal to compete against Crawford's fight. I mean, I don't think he would be against it, J-Walk, but they threw names out there. All right, Virgil was out for August 16th. They threw out, what did he say? Yoenis Tellis. I don't know if that's maybe that, or I don't know. It's some names out there. I just don't know because 154 ain't exactly light, man. That's a real division. I think it's talent there. It's a lot of names you can mix up, but I don't know what would be the most realistic because from the sound of this interview, Eddie Hearn was talking about Virgil Ortiz already for August 16th. He said they told him he wouldn't be ready by that time. Which is weird because after Virgil. I'm not saying that they ain't telling the truth, but I just asked the question. Just I'm just curious. Like if Boots fought more recently than Virgil, why wouldn't Virgil be ready by August? You know what I'm saying? We in June still. July, August. August 6th, that's midway through the month. Get me? That's pretty much midway through the month. So I don't know. It seemed like a time. It just seemed like, but I don't know what the situation is. It must be a reason why he ain't ready. But I hope they don't start that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I hope they don't start that BS because I'm not gonna lie to you. Hearing Virgil say that, hearing Eddie say that, it almost gave me, 147 vibes when they was talking about 48 months. You know what I mean? Now they come up here and in his first fight, they already seeking that out and they talking about he wouldn't be ready. And we all know Boots fought more recently than him. Don't make a lot of sense to me. You might revisit that Conwell fight. That's a good fight too, Charles Conwell. That's a really good fight. Them two dudes don't know nothing else but the fight. That'd be a real good fight between them. So who knows, man? But like I said, YSM interviewed him. He was sitting pretty with his belts, cooling. I didn't hear no mention of 54 unless I missed something. I don't think I did. So then Eddie Hearn came back after already saying he was going to vacate his titles and move up and started talking Virgil Ortiz. Now he's saying he ain't made a decision yet, and he's sure he'll make a decision or an announcement. So I think at the end of the day, it's safe to say just wait on Boots, just like he said. So if Boots don't say nothing, I'll still speak on it if it's out there, if it's any update. But I'll still take everything said with a grain of salt pertaining to Boots if it's not coming directly from him. So that's how I see it. Hopefully they make whatever decision is best for them. If the weight was getting tougher, and that's why you're going to 54, by all means go up there. But if stick around, try to make a good fight, then let's see, So who knows, man? Charles Conwell is up there, but I don't know as far as Yoenis could fight. That's a good fighter. That wouldn't be no running, no walk in the park for Boots. Tellers could fight, but he's still young and growing. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be a good time for Boots to catch him. I don't know, but we'll see, man. I'm gonna take what Eddie said with a grain of salt, but at the same token, I ain't gonna be surprised. I'll be paying attention to see what Boots come out here and do, or if he do another interview stating something about 54. Because it's a deep division, it's a lot of talent there. If 47 is getting that hard to make, then just go on up and do your thing. And that's just where I'm at with it. But shout out to everybody that pulled up for the second time, man. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Shout out to my guy Omega, the Queens and the Cash App. I appreciate y'all support as always. Another fun build, man. Gary Antuanne it got the whole 140 on notice. He want to fight everybody, and he don't care if it's mandatory, tune up, stay busy, fight. He don't give a damn what it is. He want to fight, and he called the whole 140 soft. He put pressure on Hitchens. He said, Hitchens, me and you got belts. I beat you 4 times, and you don't want your lick back. You know what I mean? Hitchens, you got 48. Nah, Hitchens got 24 hours. The whole 140, I got 48 hours to respond to Gary Antuanne call-outs. He wants smoke with everybody. And shout out to Brian Norman. I'm rooting for him in Japan. Hope he bring that dub, bring that belt back over here. And we're going to keep rocking with him. So we're going to see what's next for Boots, Russell, Hitchens, Haney, T.O. It's a lot, man. We here for it all. So y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this good Tuesday. And we'll be back tomorrow to build on some boxing. JV was good with it. Aisha, peace to the queen. So shout out to everybody. Appreciate the love, support. We're going to keep rocking. I'll see all of y'all tomorrow. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.